in a two-bedroom flat with Engineer Kasale Obotayo. So we are like a family. And we will go out. That's how the theory of it. Because whether you have something or not, you must find a way of going out to town, and that everybody began to find his square root. And we still had that bond together. On the 23rd of September, Morgan called me. Yankia, how are you doing? How is your family? I said, we are fine. What about you? He said he was fine. I never knew that will be the last, it will not be another month before we get to meet him. So our soul prayer that he rest the bosom of the Lord, and that just like everybody is saying, we do not forget his little children. God bless you all.
Thank you. In the spirit of inclusion, someone from his church, Paul, please come forward. Paul, please.
Morgan, I didn't see him as a friend. I see him as a Lord to me. 19 years passed. We met in the church with some differences. And from there, we saw that we had a common front. He is on the NANS level. I'm on the union level in the workforce. We had something in common that you fight for people. You don't fight for yourself. And that took us long. We were so close that I don't need to say anything when we're in the midst of people before we understand ourselves. We have issues. We can fight. You'll see us go fight now. In early morning, you'll see Morgan will call. Mr. Paul, what did they do now? Where you did? Where will they go? Somebody will fall and some people will say, they will not see again. That is Morgan for you. It's down to her. He's too close to me. Very, very close. He has a song there. Always tell everybody the musician is singing. He will tell the musician, please sing this song for me. Ọlọ́run mi, Ọlọ́run mi, ìwọ ni mo fi rí ọ̀nà, ìwọ ni kọ́kọ́rọ́ tí mo fi ń ṣe. That is Morgan for you. He fights for people. In the church, is always outstanding. When there is trouble, Morgan will just keep quiet. He will listen. And the moment he says one or two words, it's like he is the initiator of that fight. And he has solution to it, which he doesn't know the problem. But when he decides to say A, B, C, there's solution. We have also many things in common, which I cannot say here. But I believe that God in His infinite mercy is protecting him.
Thank you very much. What you have in common with him is the time that you also will keep right away. Thank you very much. All right. The one who created the Turumi Mafia is here. Nankia was talking about counting some names, but the one who brought all of them to that area is Akibu Dahatu. former Commissioner Special Duties in Sokoto. Eh? It's both of them. It's both of them. So, former Commissioner Special Duties.
During my affairs. During my affairs. Thank God. Thank God. Our simple mafia. We are the people who find anyway, what binding us together was that why we can never forget people like the person who we're here for, that is Comrade Morgan. In Shoku, he was visible everywhere, from Ibadan, forget about his axis. Let's say from Sokoto to Maiduguri, Katsina Allah, Ikeduru, wherever we go, you see Morgan around. When you see Ole Badmus, you see Darabula and Kojo, and you see Obesity, you must see Morgan there. So there was no way anybody who struggled in the 90s, when you talk about Morgan, you must know. Unfortunately, myself, the last I saw Morgan was during the Ali Kano's tribute. And he was one of the conveners. Our guy is Professor Kari and Morgan. They are the conveners of that tribute. Unfortunately, we are here today to pay tribute to him. We don't know who next. So that's why we have to be human. Like when I came here, Dino said, let's be humans. Because we don't know what is going to happen. We remember the story, we don't know who is going to be who. It's smart that I just left here and he was talking so gently. You know the way he was talking, I just look at Smart and say, this guy is a billionaire, maybe he's a billionaire. But I don't know if he was not talking like an honest smart, a struggle guy I used to know. When I see him, I say something in him, I say, God, this boy gets something. You know, we don't know who is going to be who. In this struggle, Comrade Eze was with me in a boot of a car from police stopped the car, they even thought we were kidnapped. Oga is there. Who is the little girl on the open? It was me that said, no, please, the driver help us. We don't have complete money. And he asked us to return the money. No, to go to Kingdom for what? For struggle. Struggle for what? For democracy. Today, we have a democracy. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Thank God, through the struggle, people like Dino, they went to Senate. I went to Senate. What happened? If you have any crisis today, with the Senate president or whatever, the first people you see attacking on social media are comrades and struggle. Is that not so? We are living in, like somebody said, a crayfish kingdom. When crayfish is trying to come out of the show, another one will just bite him down. No. Before you go up, another one will come bite him down. Sorry, the last time we met like this was a tribute to Ali Kano. Ali Kano died. And even at that forum, what do we say? We advise ourselves, let us try to see that maybe what, from time to time, organize something, a stakeholder meeting. One of us is doing something, what is he doing? He's contesting for Sokoto. Did you ever call us and say, okay, he's contesting for government, and please come together. What can we contribute? For fundraising. Are we poor? We fought for this democracy. Every year, every time, we declare a national day of action for this democracy. Yes, when democracy comes, the same people who were Abacha boys, who were Babangida boys, who are this, they hijack, the democracy because they have money, they become members of them, they become senators, they become this, and we are struggle, because we are not united. Somebody go there, so please, I hope the next gathering is not a please. The next gathering is something that we're going to do, one of us is so were on the front lines, he understood that the battle was not only on the streets, but also in the minds of people. He was among those who articulated our rage, our hopes, and our demands, translating the energy of the streets into powerful prose that could not be ignored. I remember one particular instance at the University of Ibadan in 1997, when NAS declared national day of action against Abacha regime at its Senate in the University of Maiduguri. I remember one late night holding in a tiny room with Morgan and a few others, planning a crucial action after we received the news of the arrest of our president, Comrade Dario Ogunlana, above Jordan that just spoke us on Zoom. The air was thick with fear and uncertainty. I was then in charge as the Vice President External Affairs of NAS, and then Morgan, with that calm, analytical tone of his, broke down the regime's likely response, not to scare us, but to empower us with knowledge. He reframed our fear as a calculated risk of freedom. That was his gift. What I remember most was his unwavering conviction. In moments of despair, when the struggle seemed futile, Morgan had a way of reminding us of the why, the democratic ideals we were fighting for. He was a pillar of intellectual strength. So, as we say goodbye to our brother, our friend, our comrade, we do not mourn like this, like those without hope. We celebrate a life of immense purpose. We celebrate a man who saw a wrong and dedicated his life to righting it. We celebrate a sharp mind, a courageous spirit, and a heart that beats for justice. The flame of that citizen who demands accountability, citizen who demands accountability. And in our collective memory,
thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate your effort. On behalf of the family, I say a very big thank you to everyone for your support, encouragement, words, and for standing by. Thank you.
Good evening once again. Thank you for coming to honor our friend, our brother, Comrade Morgan Omodu. For those of us who are still here to support the family with video smiles, please, there is still room to do that. No matter how small you have, please, let's do this because we're going to shut down this process in a couple of days. Okay. So please, within the next 1 or 2 weeks, please, let's do whatever we have to do so that we can conclude and hand over what we have to the family. I don't have much to say. By the grace of God, we will be closing the accounts. Please, just 1 more minute. I would like to, before the closing prayer, Honorable Akaji, please stand up to come and give us the closing prayer in the Muslim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Of our brother. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا احد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله احد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا احد. Ya Allah, all the blessing of this Surah Al-Ikhlas that we said, please take it to our brother. It will interest us, or it might not interest us when we get to heaven. And we realize that all religions are one. So that's why we pray for him in this way. Those who are gone in his family and in our family. May Almighty Allah give them eternal rest. And those of us who are still alive, Allah, please take care of us. We know we lost someone. We are here not because of all the struggle alone, but because of his good deeds that you've promised, whosoever do so alive, you, God, you are the one that are going to pay that person back. A brother who take us, we are young among all of you, but you never see me as a young one. That's why I'm here. While I was a commissioner, he would put a call. He said, don't forget the son of who you are. We are proud of you as a boy, and we are proud of you now. Please don't disappoint us. All of you are good leaders. May Almighty Allah not let any one of you die again. And we who are your followers, may Almighty Allah give us long life too. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu ala al-mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Sallu ala al-karim.
Greater Nigeria people. Please, we will be taking a group picture, please. Please. Greater Nigerian people. When I remember, oh. When I remember, oh. When I remember, Morgan, water run away me I do. When I remember, Modu, water away me I do. When I remember Morgan, I remember Sakede. When I remember Sakebe, I remember Kapono. When I remember my brother, water run away me I do.
When I remember my life, I remember struggle. When I remember struggle, I remember Ali Kano.
When I remember Dino, I remember the jungle. Oga police, waiting I do. Oga police, waiting I do. If you want to fire me, I will not follow you to that station. A gentleman no day.